Oh, hello, Sarah, hello, Adrian on YouTube, hello, Mechanicus, and hello, Delbuey on Twitch. Thank you as well, Big Tanky Boy 15 for the follow on Twitch. Gamer0049, hello as well. Right, yes, building ships. Let's see if it'll load the game. Hey, there we go. Let's turn the music off before YouTube gets annoyed with me. Hi. 1.5 is out. It is live. Well, actually, technically, it's 1.5.0.1 already. Jesus. So I've updated the mod. Dreadnought Improvement Project to 1.7.1. It's all working fine, apart from the fact that there is no ship pack. Hello, Dreamforce. Hey there. Yes. Hey, Shothost. So, the plan today, this is just an AI design, is to design some ship packs. And why not do the UK? Because I love building ships. Oh, I'm glad for that. Yeah, I get quite a few people saying they listen to my stuff when they're at work or night shift and stuff like that, and it helps them get through. I'm really pleased to hear that. Right, let's start off with the Battleship 1. So we're starting in 1890. I don't know why it's gone all blurry at the bottom here. 18 knots. Do I really want to go full size? I don't think so. 12,000 feels about right. No, it wasn't. I've been doing a little bit of experimental work on the AI auto builder. And it has so far, touch wood, been building actually semi-decent ships. Yeah, there we go. By lengthening it, I get in the triple funnel. Yes, very good, very good. Right, towers. I tend to look at base accuracy here. None of them are particularly great. What about weights? Well, this one's very expensive. Can I go with this one? Hey, Boise and Salem 34. How you doing? Or this slightly bigger one, which does fit. I think that one looks better. Fills out that little section quite nicely. Right, secondary towers. Again, all much of a muchness. Let's go with this one. Yeah, too big. This one then. Okay. Oh, I don't like how tall it is compared to the front tower. Are all the front towers diminutive? Yeah, they are. I could go with the minimal. Hey, Madzak, Lorenzo, and Michael H. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with a minimal tower, which is just terrible. I'm going to go with the one I originally picked. It just feels a bit weird to have the big tower at the back of this ship. But okay. Oh, I'll have to go back to defaults. There we go. Happily using the what you use, and I don't believe it's the game's default. So if you want to adjust your armor's percentage, you hit escape, settings, and there's this little slider here. You can change it to whatever you want, whenever you want. Make sure you hit apply, then go out, and then I always just set it to whatever my armor percentage is going to be. Well, actually, there you go, 25%, because we have compound armor. That's really in 1890 for Britain. Nice. Stealth. I've never tried doing stealth builds. You kind of just want to have your ships as small as possible in that case, with the lowest spotting. Does that solve it for you, W? Excellent. How am I finding the new hulls? Yeah, the new hulls are good. I like the Dorito one. I like the Brooklyn one. Okay, I was wondering that, Lorenzo. I was like, because it looks weird to me that the rear tower is taller, but if that's what they actually did, then fair enough. I think 6-inch casements, maybe some 3-inch, 2-inch then. Little pop guns. Okay. And torps. Yes. She's looking good. She's very overweight. That's a bit of an issue. Oh, and of course, the AI messed up the beam and draft, so it can fix that. Okay. I like a balanced rudder, personally. Yeah, there's barely anything to choose from because of the era. Yes, John, you are quite correct. This is building ships for the AI to use. Well, this will all these designs I'm doing will be available for anyone. So you just download them. Eventually, once I've got the ship pack done. Okay, can I re-spec it to 12,000 without it? No, it does go shorter. 13 then. Which one of the new hulls? I do like the new British battlecruiser. I'm a bit of a sucker for that, but I actually like the Brooklyns. Really nice, and the US has desperately needed a light cruiser for ages. Right, gun lengths. I'm gonna leave as default because it's 1890. So. In fact, I tend to just leave gun lengths, gun calibers default when I'm doing the ship packs, just because it does make things easier on the AI. It doesn't if it doesn't have to do that. Right, pen. We are talking about point blank, 16-inch. Yeah, that ain't happening. How about 15-inch? That's pretty close in stuff. Belt. Extended, probably around 4 or 5 inch, which is what we've got. Deck, not important. Splinter deck. Superstructure 9, Jesus. 16 short, inner deck 1, turret 16. Splinter proofing and 16 guns 5. Right, now we're a little bit closer in terms of weight. Less coal is probably the obvious one to go for. Also, engine efficiency is terrible. But yeah, less coal. many bulkheads. There we go. Hey, if you want to mod your Ultimate Admiral, please do. Always happy to have some more mods. I think that looks okay. The Montague, sure. Thank you for the follow. Real on TV? Real on TV? Something like that. Montague. Hey, Sturkfish. Hello. Evil Brains. Hello. And Zeron, the gamer. Hello as well. And anyone else who I've missed. My cushion has come off the back of my chair, hasn't it? Right. I think this one's fine for a start game battleship. Next, armoured cruiser. Oh, I'm alright. Design some ships for the old ship pack. 18. Let's make it 5,000 tons. Just reread this from the patch notes. Well, the Mark IV 8-inch still don't fit. New Mark IV and Mark V British guns has 4 to 7-inch. Yes, so they put in the town class guns, which is 6-inch, but they haven't put in the county class. I think it would be. Yeah, counties style turrets. Wow, this is a powerfully ugly ship. I'll tell you that much. It's all stretched in weird ways. Don't like it. Double funnel. Looks vaguely ridiculous, but I think that's good enough to get going with. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. This is Wow, this thing has no armor. Might have to change the guns. This is wanting like 7 or 8 inches of armor. Let's go for 8. Yeah, it's only going to fit 7 inch. Right, 9s are too much. Let's go smaller. Let's go for 8s. Yeah, because then I can run 7 inches of armor, and that's now fine. Probably 2-inch fore, aft, and superstructure. Main deck is almost irrelevant, but we will have some. Maybe as much as 9. And then, yeah, the 8-inch guns. 8, 1. 8, 1, 8. There you go. And then these two. Yeah, they don't need any kind of top armor really. Cool. That has terrible engine efficiency, but it does work. That's a pretty garbage ship, if I'm honest. But it's okay. I mean, maximum bulkheads is quite nice for it to have. Yeah, it'll be all right. Good enough for an 1890 ship. some interesting questions here. Yeah, engine efficiencies are always terrible on those cruisers. The funnels aren't good enough. How in Poseidon's name do P deals work? I don't even know what they are. Oh, peace deals. There's my dyslexia. Peace deals. Are you talking about the peace deals in the mod, Twitchyknees, or are you talking about peace deals in vanilla? Does this game have its own mod/workshop? Not officially. There is an unofficial part of the Game Labs forums, and there is a Nexus mods page. It's family from Stealth Channel. Ah, Stealth. Yes, good old Stealth. Sad to see his Russian campaign end, but kind of well timed because of the new update. What does the Dreadnought Improvement Project entail? So, for people like me who've been playing the game for a long time, basically what it does is it balances out some of the things that are very silly in vanilla, like high explosive spam. So it really tones that down. You can still use it. You can still build a ship around high explosive firepower, but you're not going to instantly win every encounter by building a ship with as many 12-inch guns firing incendiary HE as possible, and win everything. It tries to make torpedoes more useful. It tries to make shipbuilding more rewarding and fun. It tries to balance out some aspects of the campaign to get rid of annoying things like submarines and mines. And generally, overall, it makes the game harder to the point where the AI should, theoretically, be a reasonable challenge for the player. A lot of the changes help the AI as well as the player, or help the AI more than the player, because the AI is terrible with it. Like the pitch and roll values, they're really high in vanilla, and it's just very difficult to deal with as a player, but you kind of can. Whereas the AI will build things with 100% pitch, roll, and an offset of 100%, and think that that's fine. And it can't hit anything ever. Things like that. But yeah, the big one for most people is no torpedoes. No submarines, because they are evil and stupid. Right, I'm only getting 3 funnels on this thing. Trying to squeeze a 4th one in. Not happening. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the mods. I do try. Time manage modding the game. I don't know what you mean by time manage it. It's not me being obtuse. I genuinely don't know quite what you mean by that. There we go. It's not the best light cruiser in the world, but it'll do the job. How fast can these things go? 20. Will be okay. No, so one of the things I did, one of the reasons in the mod that I made all of the armors the same weight is because it means that the AI has no reason whatsoever when it goes to refit a ship to not upgrade the armor. Although it's not always going to use the best armor because of costs. But when it goes to refit a ship, it should automatically upgrade it to the worst armor in the list. But I have aggressively so. Say they built the ship on Harvey armor, but when they go to refit it, the minimum is Krupp 2. They'll have to put Krupp 2 on, but because Krupp 2 is the same weight, the AI doesn't have to take armor off when it upgrades. Because what you often find is that this is a lot easier for the AI to deal with. Like, it doesn't matter what armor you pick, the weights are going to end up the same. Which, I know you can argue historically this and that, but the density of all these things is basically identical. So the same thickness should be pretty much the same. There's no reason why in the vanilla game modern armor it's like half the weight or something stupid. So no, the weights stay the same. It's also a lot easier for the ship builder. Well, actually, now the ship builder can deal with it, but before, it used to have a bit of trouble with it. But that's why I did it. Question: as Portuguese person, Portugal is sadly not playable. It is in the game. You can ally with Portugal. You can sell ships to Portugal, and therefore you can fight as Portugal if they're your ally and they show up, or they're an enemy. They're allied with one of your enemies. But you can't play as them directly. Sorry. AI's torp chance. What torp file chance? What do you mean, Mechanicus? Do you mean their chance to see them? The chance for them to explode? They're nearly all in params, by the way. If you're modding the game, you'll probably know what I mean by that. There's a whole section on torpedoes. Right, armour. I somehow doubt we're going to get 3 inches of armour on this thing. Nope. 2. Let's go for a uniform belt of 2. A deck exists. Cool. Many. There we go. The Comus. Again, I'm not trying to build these ships to be super good. They're just good enough that when you see them in your game, you don't puke everywhere. I'm going to build 1 torpedo boat. Torpedo boats are so bad, though. I'm really not a fan. Oh yeah, the AI is very stupid. Like, powerfully stupid. But that's just kind of the way of it. Wow, I love the fact you can take up this entire ship. Well, boat with although it's got with a giant array of boats. I'm going to be a bit adventurous and try and get multiple torpedoes and guns onto this thing. It is adorable. It's so cute. I'm going to stick with cramped. I'm going to put this super short range because I think this is going to be really tricky to get to work at 28 knots. Yeah, engine efficiency is garbage. Yep. Kind. Enhanced reload. There you go. Can't put any armor on these things anyway. Oh. No. No armor. Many bulkheads. I hate it. It's god awful, and I wouldn't want to serve on one. But there you go, a torpedo boat. Save. Right, let's go 5 years into the future. Oh, Savage. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I do very much recommend playing it with a mod. Not necessarily mine, but the Naval Arms Race mod is good too. If you want a more kind of historical approach to modding the game. But yeah, I'm not saying play it on vanilla, because it's not always a good time. Right, what else we got here? Mark 2 8s. And Mark 2 4s. I'm probably best off staying away from this. If I was playing myself, I would automatically gravitate towards these 8s. But if the AI doesn't have access to those 8-inch guns, it can't use them. So I'm going to place... Really? Just a pair? Surely you can do better than that. One there. One there. Yeah. And a pair in the middle. Oh yeah, this is super cursed. That doesn't mean you can't have some fun with it. Captain style turrets? Yeah, I don't know if it can. Maybe it can. It'd be funny if you put turrets under there. But that's where the funnels go. Right. Speed 18. Displacement 16. Right, we'll have some options this time. Like a triple expansion engine. Shotgun cotton. White powder. Not bad. And we can increase armor quality. Yeah, it is very similar to a Lord Nelson. How do I put out 1 hour videos of the French campaign every day? YouTube is my job. I used to be a teacher, teaching full-time secondary school. And then I got COVID. And then I got long COVID. Well, I got COVID and then I went back to work and then I got COVID again. And then I got long COVID. And I can't do that anymore. So, aside from looking after my kids when they come home from school and things like that, I work 9 to 5, basically doing videos. Not all the time, because I'm not always well enough. So that's why sometimes you go to stream in the afternoon for me, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I'll make video, but I usually make like 2 videos. I spend my morning recording. And then, yeah, they're typically half an hour to an hour. I tend to sit and record for about an hour and a bit. And then cut it down. Removing... Not removing a lot, but I hard cut it. So, like, I'm not showing you the end turn all the time. Right, armour. 14-inch. 4-inch. Let's proper beef this thing up. Massive 2-inch on the main deck. 16-inch on the tower. 16-inch on the turret. Let's be amazing. Let's put 3 inches on the top. Should basically, against its own guns, it should be able to just tank shells all day, every day. And let's give it maximum bulkheads. Spacious. Cricket pitch. And extra coal. Sure. That works for me. Next. Oh, the armor quality thing. Yeah, of course. So you go. So all I'm doing is press escape to bring up the main menu. Settings. General, if it's not already on general. And then here there's a slider. So you drag this around and it tells you the value just here. And then you hit apply and then it'll apply it to the guns. And I just set it to whatever my armor quality is when I'm building. Hey, Thunderchild. Sometimes you get Kerbal 2, sometimes... yes, XCOM, if I can be bothered getting a million mods to work on it again. Sometimes you get something else. In fact, normally it's something else. I don't do Dreadnought streams often. But I'm going to be sitting here building ships this afternoon anyway. Why not? Dud chance is in params. Torpedo dud chance in dip, it's 50%. I think in the base game it's 60%. Remember, it does go down with tech. So that's your starting dud chance. Nation starting money. Does dip affect that? Yes. Yes, May. It does. I am currently trying to balance the economy for dip. And it's a bit of an experience. But no, I am keeping the money low because I'm currently finding as France in my French campaign that I'm able to maintain a big fleet, but I'm not able to at the same time do everything else I want to do. So, and I'm like the #1 economy in the world. So it currently feels about right. It's better than it was, where you just had infinite money. But yeah, it's a balancing act, and I'm not going to claim that I'm anywhere close to getting it right. 9,000 tons. There we go. Yes, that's what the slider does. So when you hover over a gun, the numbers that you see here are modified by whatever the slider is set to in the settings. Be careful with changing it too low, Mechanicus, the torpedo dud chance. Because if it goes below 0, you'll have problems. And remember, there are techs that keep reducing it. So just be careful. Don't put in zeros or negatives or anything like that. The game hates it. Back seems longer than the front. Yeah, it does a bit. The game does have a big learning curve. That is true. It helps. I mean, one of the things I did want to do with the mod was to make sure that if you're doing things that are kind of pointed out to you by the game, or you're just using your common sense / knowledge of how ship design works, things should work out okay for you. Oh no, that's a vanilla thing. I don't have the ability to mod the AI. The UI. I don't have the ability to mod the AI either. Nope, that is a vanilla thing. Yeah, let's go 2-inch. 2-inch. 10. 10 will be fine. I mean, not for very long, but when it's first built, it'll be fine. %. Oh, maximum buckets. That's not bad. What else we got? The semi-armored cruiser. Yeah, I guess we could make something of that. Whoa. I wish. Let's go... Yeah, 4,000 tons. Because this has got a really big range of displacements. Hey Sarah, I'm not doing the US today, but I will be later on. Probably another stream. I could certainly have a look at trying to do it. Really, that's fun. You do it here? Yeah, maybe. That seems. Again, I'm building these to be fun / interesting for players to come across, not, oh my god, what have you done? Historical build, USS Texas. No, I don't think I have ever done a historical build of the Texas. I've done plenty of other US ships as historical builds. Might be a fun one to do, actually. Secondary tower is not backwards. It's a front tower around... Wait, did I? I might have done, actually. The game does that sometimes. So the way the ship pack works is if you are using the Dreadnought Improvement Project mod, then you can download all of the designs and put them into your game. In fact, it's optional, but I do recommend it because it really helps with load times, AI challenge. Like it's generally good to have. Oh, I can fit 3 inches of armor on it. The rest of it's not looking too happy though. 6, 3, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut something. Range? Oh, that gets me within 4 tons. Okie dokie. Turret tops. There you go. Put the range back in. No. Well, it's okay. That is the criteria for me putting a ship in. That's not a new bug. That's not a new bug. It's not even a bug. So the light speed ships, or not light speed, but the that's a different bug. The very fast ships is so you got your 2 ships in formation, right? The one that's behind. I keep forgetting that's reversed. The one that's behind, if it's not in the right position, if it's supposed to be here, but it's here, the game lets them speed up, and they can go past their top speed to do that. It's not a bug. The developers said, do you want ships staying in formation, or do you want them pissing off and being stuck at their top speed, and them not coming into formation ever, potentially? And the community voted on it, and they went for no. We would rather it stayed in the formation. So yes, that's fine, but it can be a bit weird when. Particularly if you have like 3 ships. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, right? And let's say you just reversed how they were ordered. So this is the ship in the middle, and then you put the ship here in the line. You'd think that this ship would just go to the back and this ship would just go to the front, but they don't do that because this ship is now at the back. But this ship that was at the back should be at the front. So this ship tries to get behind this ship, and then you just have a big ball of chaos. It's my very short explanation of how the formation system gets in a Tiswas. The lead ship could slow down. Yes, I know, but that is how they've chosen to implement it. Right, I'm not going to do a battleship in 1900 because I've already used the semi-dreadnought, and I don't like having repeat ships. Excuse me. A minimum displacement AC 5. Now I've got hiccups. Goodness. Right. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, now I don't mind using the Mark IIs. Couple of Mark IIs. It's a bit of bug report, but I'm telling you straight off the bat that is a total mess that has been a problem for a while. I think we could have a little secondary battery without it looking terrible. Oh, That's looking mighty fine, I would say. Right. Multiple expansion engine. Lovely. Might as well use Pickrick. No, won't hydraulic. Rangefinder, fancy, and armor quality is now 75. Okay. Yeah, 6 inch of armor, 7, call it. Should be fine. HE pin is nothing much. Deck pin is nothing much, not for a ship like this. Tower 9. Wait, what? Oh, that's in a deck. I was typing in. 9-inch guns. Do they need 12 inches of armor? No, not really. Not in this era. There we go. Okay. Induce the boiler. Maximum bulkers? Yeah, sure. Nice. Oh, that's a pretty solid little ship. 4 9-inch guns, bunch of 3-inch torpedoes, 21 knots, decent armor. Yeah, should do fine. Boop. John. How far along is my improvement mod? It is out. Nexus mods. Just Google Dreadnought Improvement Project or Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Nexus mods. You'll find it. Or go to any of my recent videos, including this one, I think. And there should be a link in the video description. What is this? The ship of the line? Transom Sterns, yeah, that'd be nice, actually. Watching half an hour. Hello, Peter. How are you doing? Right, what other hulls have we got? Nothing interesting. Oh, no. Yeah, we've got the Destroyer. The very predictable Destroyer that I do in nearly every single time I get access to this. Hey, it works. You grab a tower, you pop it here, you grab a super firing barbette, you grab your 3-inch gun, which is a Mark II, you grab your funnel, plop that on. Hey, single funnel if you want. Or is it cheaper to do? No, it's easier to induce. Oh, becoming a channel member. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Channel members, by the way. Aside from getting a really funky badge. Do you get custom emotes? I can't remember. But you get a cool badge. You also get early access to videos, which is a very cool new feature that YouTube has brought in that I think is fantastic. So you get the videos the day I record them. Right, let's see if we can make this work. I doubt it somehow. I think I'm being a bit too ambitious, especially with the speed. There you go. bog standard destroyer. Could they wait to 2 of the smallest funnels? No, I can do. Don't mind the gun hanging off the back of the ship. So we're currently at 1013. That wouldn't be enough. Nor would that. I'd have to use these ones. That is slightly lighter, you're right. And it still gives me close enough to 100%. Fine, double funnel. It does also make the ship's quote-unquote citadel longer, but that's not a huge issue. Yeah, well, I will probably have to come back and reduce speed. I am aware of this. Do not worry. Especially when I add on bits and gubbins. Oh, a rangefinder. Fancy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean... armor does in theory exist. But not really. For this ship. Yeah. Can make it cramped, but you're still 20% overweight. I reckon I have to go down to 28. Yeah, 28. Oh, 29. It's a ton over. What if you don't carry as much coal? Can you get up to 30? Nope. 29. Not 39. Jesus. 29. And I'm a ton over. Where can I lose a ton? No. I could get a cheaper tower. And save myself a couple tons. There you go. 29 knots. Actually, is that enough? Oh, 3 tons. You bastards. Is this the really mid-south 3? Oh, fractional ton. So cruel. Fine, go for that one. There you go. 30 knots. So it's not exactly the same as all the others that I've ever built. That's a nasty little bugger. Oh yeah, 33 knots is way too ambitious. I think 30 knots is pretty ambitious, to be honest. Okay, 1905 is the next point. Oh, I do get Dreadnought 1. Why was I thinking that I didn't want to use the Dreadnought 1? I've got Mark III guns. Do I have turbines? No, that was it. Okay, so normally I do it every 5 years, but specifically for the British pack, I go to 1906 because then you have access to turbines. So we can build a Dreadnought. Yeah, 25. T-mission is critical. I have done a historical Dreadnought before. I mean, I'll probably end up building something fairly Dreadnoughtish. I think that tower fits better. funnel. And then rear tower? Potentially. Right. Guns. Oh, beans. I probably could if I increased the draft. But that is cheeky of me. Plus, I'm pretty sure... Oh no, it does let me have multiple bobbettes. But I might still be limited to 3 centerline turrets. Nope. Nope. Only restriction is that it won't let me put a barbette up there. Just that barbette. Screw you, game. Are crew quarters important for destroyers? So crew quarters are important insofar as if you have cramped, like I did there, you take increased crew damage. Which is not great. Sight guns are not good. Everybody seems to love sight guns. It's like, there you go, there's a sight gun. Happy now? I know you're not going to be. I kind of wish there was a second one. One of the French hulls has a there's another cutout. I mean, we could do, but just to show you the big problem with it here is, well, they do kind of fit actually. I just don't like them. Not a huge fan, if I'm honest. I mean, look how close that is to the edge of the ship. Why do people like sight guns? I do not understand. They look awful. They don't fit. They're really heavy and are just all around bad. No. 9-inch sights? No, that would be mixed main caliber. I mean, I would normally go for a 6, but the 6 is huge. Very chonky, yeah. I think I might have to go much smaller. 3 is very dull, though. Unfortunately, realistically, I think that is the best option. Side gun beats more gun. I mean, you're not wrong. Harvey armor. Yeah. Let's go TNT. Always a fair electrohydro. Ooh. No, not the 3s. Tough. Right. 22 knots. Yeah, 22. Don't know. I'll have to wait and see until I get to it. I'm not making a historically accurate Dreadnought, so I don't. It's not even called the Dreadnought. It's called the Neptune. Right. Armor. Still at 75, right? Yep. Okie dokie. Wow, those guns are quite punchy. We've got... Whoa. Jeez. Louise. Really punchy guns. I think we're going to have to go with 16 and 5. Might have to bring the main belt down. Dex. We're getting up there. Go 5. Okay, that's excessive. Let's go 16 and 14. Inner belt and deck, just a splinter deck. Casement. Five. Okay, fine. Splinter as well. Oh, 25 tons. $25. 20. Well, yeah, I could. There you go. 21 tons. But as well, I could put her in medium range because I need standard crew quarters. She's going maximum bulkheads though, which is quite nice in this era. Get her back up to 22 knots. Can increase that main belt. Yes, I can. Lovely. That's a relatively nasty thing to come up against. Certainly if you were plodding along in... Well, realistically, this thing isn't going to show up in 1906. It's going to show up in, like, 1907. Unless the AI is ahead on tech. But yeah, if this thing showed up in 1906... potentially, that could cause you some issues in your campaign. Alright. The Neptune. Do we have anything else in 1906 that's worth building? No. 1910. Okay, we have... Destroy 2. Oh, scout cruiser. Nice. Battle cruisers 1 and 2. Dreadnought, obviously not Dreadnought 1 because we already built on that. 2, 3, and 4. 2 is the Bellerophon, which I basically just built. So I guess we've got to make a go of this pig's ear of a hull. I really do not like this hull very much, but maybe we can get something out of it. You can in the campaign put quads on Dreadnought hull. If you play long enough. Yes, absolutely. We hates this hull. Spotlights for night actions. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, the other problem with this hull is you ain't getting this super flying pair forward. Well, you can actually, but most of the time you can't. Right, guns. 14-inch Mark 1s. No. Too slow. Look at that rate of fire difference. 13s. I might even break my own rule here. 13.5. There you go. Yeah, I knew it. You can put the funnel right at the front if you want. If you want a really weird looking ship. Secondary tower. Wow, that's huge. Oh, double funnel. Could be amusing. I don't think I need it, though. Nope. Let's put the funnel back here. I just don't. Maybe I could. Not with that tower, though. If there is a smaller one, there is. Come on. What the? Ah, it's this one. There you go. I knew there was one of them that you could fit further back. Because now... Screw you, game. Right. Tell me I can't put a super firing pair at the front. Well, what do you do with a big old bit of deck space like that? Obviously, you put a Q turret in. Forward firing Q turret. I can move this back a touch. It looked better with the double funnel. Probably did, actually. But you get a Q turret. There we go. Praise be to the Q continuum. Yes. Good. Welcome. But yeah, 10 guns is plenty. 10 guns is absolutely plenty. On 30,000 tons, it's enough. You might be able to get a double Q with 12-inch. But I will point out it's not just my ships that go in the ship pack. If you want to send them in, you can. If you're on the Discord, on my Discord anyway. Again, link in the video description if you aren't. But yes, if you join the Discord, you can send them in that way. And then, if you want wing turrets and other groovy things, you can send them in. Right. Yeah. It's going through this weird era where the guns are ultra punchy. So let's armor up against the HE instead. We'll need at least 6-inch protect against the 6-inch QF guns. And let's make sure we're protected on the main deck as well. And I know it might seem like I'm doing this arse backwards in terms of armouring. But this lets me do the casements. See, we're almost bang on with the weight. Is there anything else to cut? I could cut the range. It's got a lot of range, this thing. And then turret top. Phew. Let's go 16 and a 14-inch belt. Oh, 108 tons. Could downgrade the rear tower. Oh, I only use 1 base accuracy as well. And we're going to have to rebuild the ship a little bit. That would also let me shorten the citadel a little bit. Getting some weight back. Oh! For a 15-inch main belt. There you go. Hey, Maddock. Do you need to armour against the cat ballistics? Yes, of course you do. You can do super firing queues if you want. Again, send me some ships. Send me some ships. I think this looks fairly realistic to what you find. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not... I basically have built an Orion class, haven't I? It would be nice to get some enhanced bulkheads and things, but that's what the Q turret costs you, basically. Right. Anything else? Yes. Battlecruiser. Let me cheeky. I'm going to skip ahead and see if we get the Battlecruiser 3. Yes, we do. Battlecruiser 2 then. Don't have UAD because you can't afford it. My recommendation, well, I mean, I'm sure you know this already. Pop it in your Steam wish list. It does come on sale every now and then. Pop it on your wish list, enable the notifications, and wait for a sale. I would offer you a free copy, but I don't have any, I'm afraid. Uh, 28. Right. Ooh. These are not very good, but they sure are fun. Probably will build it with... Oh wow, the 12s look goofy. Build it with 13.5s then. The boat should disappear in a minute. There we go. Yes. That amuses me for some reason. Semi-oil. turbine induced. Boilers for the extra speed. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Right, secondary guns. I mean, I could put a secondary gun here, but it's a battlecruiser. He doesn't need secondary guns. Right? Is it reasonable to begin playing the game with the dip mod? Yes! Yes, it is. It doesn't add any complicated extra mechanics. In fact, it removes them. I would argue that it's easier to start playing with dip than it is with vanilla. Weirdly enough. Can you up a barbette on the barbette tab? Oh, you mean put a barbette up here? Probably not. No. No, you can see it there sticking to the deck. Right. Armor. Okay, sure. This thing is off the hook ridiculous. The hell? The Lord Warden. Sure, that seems perfectly fair for a player to come across. 28 knots, 6 13.5-inch guns, and massively thick armor. But yeah, okay. Have fun with that one. Yeah, yes, peace deals. Yes, of course. Sorry, you asked about that ages ago, and I was kind of like, oh, I worked out you were talking about peace deals, and then forgot to answer. Yes, peace deals are changed in dip. First of all, the chance for peace to happen without you wanting it is very low. It's not 0, because I can't make it 0, because then it breaks the game. It's about a 10% chance. Where a peace deal could fire and you don't get a chance to say no. If you say no to the peace deal, or you say yes to the peace deal, when you get the pop-up, again, very high chance that what you click will happen, but it's not 0. And when you ask for territory or ships, very high chance that will be accepted, but again, it's not 100%. This is when Fisher was in the Admiralty. You know what it means. Battlecruiser speed is... No, armor is armor, and speed plus armor is double armor. And it looks cursed. Excellent. My work here is done. Do we get any more light cruiser? Oh yeah, scout cruiser. Scout cruiser. Ooh. Ooh. Funky. A design like this, but for Star Trek ships? Yeah, that would be cool. Whoa, what? A, that's backwards. But B, what? Since when? Oh my goodness. I've not built on this hull. Or I have, but I didn't realise it was... I'd totally forgotten that Britain got access to this nonsense. Oh my goodness. Look at that, the ducted funnel. Might need two. Might be able to get away with one. Yeah, one's fine. Dino-class incoming. Yep, probably. Because, oh, it's weird where it lets me fit it. It should still work. Who needs to see where you're going? Because you can fit all the 6-inch guns. 6-inch guns. Excellent. It does look very silly at the front. I do love it, but that is too silly. And I think I'm going to move the tower up the top as well. And this is purely for aesthetic reasons, and again, I will reiterate, I am not trying to break players with this. I'm trying to help the AI not produce total crap. Go double funnel, and there is a reason I'm doing that. For range, and potentially so I can up the speed at the end. Plus, I think it balances the ship quite well. We do get 2-inch guns. Ooh. There's even a place to fit them. Couple of 2-inch guns. So you can shoot transports. Dipshit back. You what, mate? Yeah. Oh my word. What is this hull? And these aren't regular underwater torpedo launchers. Look at the fire arc on that. That's really good. For an underwater launcher, anyway. Damn. Yeah, if you are playing this, and this shows, if you are playing with dip, and this shows up in your campaign, and completely wrecks everything, I do apologise. The ships build themselves a lot of the time. And this is the ship that wants to be built. Torpedoes equals yes. Oh yeah, this is a nasty effer. I haven't even put the armour on it yet, but it's a light cruiser, so it's currently broken. I do need to fix... I am aware that I need to fix light cruisers, because at the moment they are ludicrous, because I'll be able to put whatever I want on this. Max armored turret. If I make that, yes I can. I love that trick. And then you go back at the top and you're like, sure, all the things. Yeah, I am aware I need to rebalance light cruisers, because this is unfair. Oops. Oh, 20. I can't quite make it do 28 knots. Maybe I can, actually. It doesn't need that much range. Certainly doesn't need that much range. Make it do 30 knots. Hey, I did build something a bit like this in the French campaign as well. Yeah, that's mean. That's a mean thing. Yeah. 1910, 30 knots, 5 6-inch guns, and a couple of 2-inch, and 6 torpedoes aside, going at 30 knots with maximum bulkheads and, for a light cruiser, a ton of armor. Okay. Nasty little thing. I mean, no armor. It does have armor. That's almost max armor for a light cruiser. It doesn't look like a lot, but let's say you're in the Eagle here, right? Look at the pen on a 6-inch 44 caliber casement, and then you're not even firing AP. This thing at 5,000 meters is gonna bounce that shell with an AP shell, and that's a high-end cap ballistic Cord 81 TNT shell, and your HE has no chance of going through, none. Aside from the weird HE pen problem that I'm still trying to figure out. You go to a big 13.5-inch gun, your HE shells do not work on the main belt of that ship. That cruiser could take a 13.5-inch high explosive base fuse shell to the main belt, and it would be a partial pen, probably. So yeah, that's a nasty ship. You want to look at 8-inch AP shell will hurt for sure, but that's a heavy cruiser, not a light. And this heavy cruisers in this era do 21 knots. You're doing 30, so you don't have to fight the heavy cruiser if you don't want to. Not the AI thinks that far ahead. Right, Destroyer 2, sure. Get a little Destroyer 2. Say 1,200 tons. It's basically going to be the same deal, I reckon. Because 3-inch is still going to be the best. No, we could maybe. You know what? Let's do something a bit different. Let's put a 5-inch gun on this. Single 5-inch gun at the front. Yes, intermediate guns would kill that scout cruiser if they could hit, and if they could hit, of course, because it's going quite fast. But the problem is that means you're bringing a heavy cruiser to try and deal with them, and it's way faster. But again, I'm not trying to make invincible ships. I'm just trying to make ships that, if they pop up in your campaign, are... Ooh, okay, that's actually a thing I have to worry about. Can I fit a 5-inch gun on the front too? Because that would be hilarious. Sure, that's perfectly balanced. Screw you, World War II. Yeah, we're just going to bring 4 5-inch guns. Well, World War II destroy levels of nonsense. Right, I don't think I can do it though. It's going to be way too heavy, and I need a second funnel. I think this is going to be a different kind of ship. I'm going to take this gun off. I'm going to take this gun off. Going to pop another funnel on, just for a bit of variety, basically. Just something a bit different. Oh, there we go. Not too shabby. This thing could even have armour, if it wanted. Great. Love it. Simple. No need to mess around with it. Destroyer. Woo! Next. Oh, now we get the Dreadnought 6, which is the same god-awful hull, but bigger. Yep. So we'll find... but that means... what about 1916? Get the Dreadnought 7 then. Yeah, we'll go 1916. Weirdly for Britain, especially, I think it's 1906, 16, and 26, rather than the 5s. But most of the time with the ship packs, I'll do it every 5 years. That thing would absolutely have ruined people's day. That would be a nightmare to deal with. Oh, thank you very much, Jenny. 23 knots. I don't want it that big, though. Let's go on a diet. Towers. I think for this hull, they're so fucking enormous. The towers on here. Maybe I do need to go bigger. It's just 35,000 tons is big enough. Modern Secondary Tower 2. Go for something like that. Maybe. I mean, okay. Sure. It feels weirdly sized. The towers feel too big for the hull. Anyway. Guns. What have we got access to? 16 Mark IIs. They do look sexier. Slow rate of fire. 15s. 14s. Again, it would make most sense with 13.5s. When do I get actually good guns? Fucking hell. Still dealing with Mark IIs. Jesus. Okay. And then I've got the 8 and the N3. I might just skip to 1920 then. No, but then I don't have this style of Dreadnought. Why did I want to go to 1916 again? I've forgotten. Is it because 50... Oh, yeah, because to get access to this hull. Dip only replaces the resources.assets file in the game files. Yes, correct. It's just the one file, single file install. See, I want the longness, but this is fat. Really fat. Don't often mess around with beam and draft when I'm doing these. But that looks a little bit better. 3 does still fit. Okay, good. And then... No, there's a smaller one than that. Yeah, this one. Because if I want to... it's going to be bloody impossible to fit anything on it. Because to do a QE, if that's what you're wanting, I would need room here. Those towers are too big. You hate this hull. I think purely for looks, I'm going with the 16-inch triples. Because I love this style of turret. And yes, this is the exact ship I built for one of the Shipyard Champions recently, I think. It didn't do particularly well. This is like the G3 got squashed into this. Never build anything nice on it. I'll try my best then. This is going to be crippled by an extremely low rate of fire. That is going to cause problems for anybody who tries to use it. Including the AI. But I don't know how else to do it. I think the builders of this had a bee in their bonnet about aircraft. Oh no, max beam draft. No. Oh, I don't like that. Especially for the ship pack, because that'll make them hyper expensive, and then the AI will build like one. Like I don't build cheap ships. We need more 2 inches. Yes, I agree. I don't build cheap ships, generally speaking. But on purpose anyway. But yeah, you don't want to make them stupidly expensive. 23 knots. Oil. Geared turbines. Auxiliary diesel engine. Bobbet 4. You can put a triple bottom hull on. It tends to be very heavy. This is a change in the mod. Citadel 3 to 4 to 5. That's just a straight upgrade. It's not like 3, 4, and 5 are totally different things. So we're going to go with 4. Oh, yes. This is going to be properly tanky now. Oh, Cordite 2. Good. Considering less chance of exploding with the Cordite 2. I think that's looking pretty solid. We just need to do armour. 135%. All right. Ugh. No point armoring against the main guns then. This looks American. It does a bit. With the ABX triple. Something that Ron Heavy never used. ABX triple. Although they did have plans to use it. They did consider this layout. It's not totally ahistorical. Anyway, Admiral. Anti-destroyer battleship. Yes. Right. Well, if there's no point armoring against the AP rounds, we better armor against the HE rounds and put on a 5-inch fore-aft belt and superstructure. What about decks? Yeah, let's just call it 5 with 2.5. Sure. That should mean that the 6-inch guns and smaller basically can't hurt us. Ideally. 2-point armor. Because I hate that you can't armor the secondary turrets the way you want. Inner layers. Yes. And then... well, just go for 18... 9... 18... 16... scheme. 5% overweight. That is not good. Probably because I put 16-inch fucking guns on it. Yeah. I love the 16-inch guns, though. I love them. Right. I'm not going to get a lot of weight back going down on the armour. But I will on the turrets, because I must have gone over the whatever it is. Words don't work. There we go. Nope. Yep. There we go. Nelson does not count as an ABX triple. Not to me, anyway. So Britain has used 16-inch turrets. They've used triple-barrel guns. But they have never built a ship like this. It is basically this is the Lion class that they were talking about building at one point. How does the shared design work? So there are 3 settings. Don't use, or it's fairly obvious. And then there's selective and there's always. On selective, if the AI builder gets in trouble, it will pick up a shared design instead. If you put it on always, the game will use a shared design if it is available to it, and it won't bother generating a ship. The problem is the AI in the campaign has to have access to exactly the components for the design. Exactly. If it doesn't, then it can't use the design. But what the game doesn't tell you is that if there are shared designs in the folder, even if the AI doesn't use them directly, it does give the builder hints, because it basically has, right, well, these ships work. So if I make my ship like that, then it will succeed. I will be able to save the design. That's how the designer basically works. So if I put this design in, which I will do, but it doesn't have access to advanced radios, it can't build it. But it can build something similar to it, even if it's not a British ship. If it's building, I don't know, a Spanish ship, it goes, well, that ship worked at this displacement with this stuff on it, and then it remixes them. So yeah, just having the shared designs though makes a big difference, because it just speeds up load times and all sorts of things, because it has this fallback, but more importantly, it has training data. Basically, that's how you should see this ship back. You're giving the AI builder training data to make it faster. All right, that is not a good battleship. It looks sexy though. Look at that. Yes. Save. Okay, what else can we build in 1916? The large light cruiser. Well, you did ask about it. Sure. Yeah. There's been there almost certainly has been at HMS Canada. How fast do these go? 32 knots. Whee! 20,000 tons. Well, the ship I just built, they're 16-inch. Ooh, that's interesting. Little skinny towers, or the boring one. Wow, that's so... Holy shit! You can have 8.5 base accuracy, or 20. Yes, I'll take 20, thanks. Wow, look at the cute little rear tower. Kind of love it. Okay, this for the funnel. Not that one. That one. Nice. Wait, this is a large light cruiser? It's a battle cruiser? Yes. Welcome to the mind of Jacky Fisher, who couldn't get... Who got around... You're not allowed to build any more battle cruisers. It's not a battle cruiser or a battleship. It's a large light cruiser that he was going to invade Prussia with or something, from what I remember. Now, guns, funny though it would be to put on a 16-inch gun, I actually think the 13.5s would be kind of amazing on this thing. Oh, yeah, it's the courageous hull. Yeah, you could totally do that if you want. Boom. FU in particular. I mean, if you really want FU in particular, boom. But I do actually want to make a sensible ship. But yes, you can fit 18-inch guns on this thing. It's 20,000 tons. I mean, you're not going to have anything else. Yeah, but yeah, you and as well, this thing only requires a single main gun. So you can go all forward, triple 16, triple 18, blam, if you want. But it's a Mark 1. It's god awful. I'm not doing it. Yes. Yeah, Lucha thought it Draconifal is not a fan of this. I think the 13.5 actually is pretty much ideal for this hull. And was also a caliber the Brits had access to. Yeah, you can you could probably make something sensible on this. But it is funny that you have the option of ludicrous nonsense. It's very thin. Very thin ship. No. No. They fire too slowly. And they don't hit anything. Ever. If you're playing the campaign and you get this hull, do not build it with an 18-inch gun when you first get it. Build a bunch of them sensibly with a normal-sized gun, and then later on refit it. That's what I would do if I wanted to run this thing with 18-inch guns. Wait until you get an 18-inch Mark III with a semi-auto loader. There we go. Oh, we're at exactly 100%. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't put any armour on the ship yet, so that is a slight concern. This might be a 6-gunner. Do I have any Mark IVs yet? No. No such luck. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to armour this thing the way I'd normally armour a ship. So, let's assume that this thing is probably going to go up against a typical heavy cruiser. Let's grab a heavy cruiser gun. 8-inch gun. There. 135, 135. Right. You're talking 6.5 inches of pen at point blank range. So the 6.7 that's on there is pretty much, especially with round 7. This is blocking an 8-inch AP shell. These guns can put out, about 3 inch of HE, so the 3 inch is fine. Go 3 inch main deck with 1.5s. That'll protect you against most plunging fire, but not all. 3 inch superstructure, sure, 9 inch tower. And then, it's pretty much doing what it says on the tin, isn't it? Wow, 16.9 inch Corvette. No point if you've only got a 9 inch turret face. 1.5. One. There you go. That's my take on it. You could maybe fit something else in here. Many bulkheads. So yeah, this is absolutely only to be used in combat against heavy cruisers and lower. And even then, only medium heavy cruisers with 8 or maybe 9 inch guns. None of this 10, 11 inch stuff. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think I'd ever want this ship in my campaign. If I was building this in the campaign, I'd probably downgrade the guns. I'd probably wait a bit and try and get like Mark IV 12s, or even put like 9-inch guns on this thing, although 9-inch battlecruiser. You have better options as Britain. But it is an interesting option. And that is a good enough reason to include it. Yes, do not use it against a battleship. It's only 20,000 tons. Hopefully, you are aware not to send it against something battleship shaped. No secondaries? Yeah, well, no, not really. I don't think there are any mounting points for them. There are for 2-inch. But 2-inch guns, I mean, they might be useful. But I don't have the weight. I could put like 1 pair on. I don't want to mess around with the rest of the ship. So no, it's a pure big gun. I mean, again, you're compromising to fit 8 big guns on this thing. Any other interesting ships? Yes, Light Cruiser 5. I'm sure we can make something horrible with this. Hey, doesn't have 6.7, it has 7 inches. No. But unfortunately, these towers are too... Oh, this one isn't. Yes. That's perfectly balanced. Oh, no, it does get it for the back as well if you want. Or you can have this wide boy. It really is huge. I think to give it a different appearance to the Scout Cruiser I did, I'm going to put that one on. Oh, 6-inch Jules. Bleeding Nora. Okay, that one doesn't super fire. Okay, so maybe not 6-inch. 5s? 5s, yeah. Definitely designed around the 5-inch gun. Ten of them. I'm assuming it gets this. No, it doesn't get the torpedo launchers from hell. Okie dokie. Well, screw this one then. Dakar. And torpedo launcher there, and oh, you can stick one there. That is a highly amusing place to put the torpedo launcher. Although I suspect when I make it a big torpedo launcher, what the 24-inch torp? Yeah, that seems fair. No, 21 is fine. Yeah, it doesn't fit. What about twin? Nope. Single? There. How do you copy paste a turret? Middle mouse button. Middle mouse button. You can't get long lances because we don't have oxygen. But you can have a big torpedo. This is a recent change to the mod, actually. Specifically so that you can... Because, I mean, the Nelson had, like, 24-inch torpedoes on it. One of them. Like one tube or something. So it's if you wanna use those torps, basically. Yeah. How fast do these things go? 31. Da, 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 ba, ba. Yeah, that's all seems pretty decent. Is this the one that... Yeah, look at that. Couple of twin 2-inch as well. Can I just fit a second torpedo launcher? No, I mean, I could side mount them. But I like the look of it. It's a nice looking ship. Hell for destroyers. Yeah, absolutely it is. The mod maybe come back to the game. That's fantastic to hear, Connie. Same for me, to be honest. I was pretty close to rage quitting Dreadnoughts at one point. And then I was like, I'm going to have to make my own mod. So I did. And I'm really enjoying it. Mobile bet armor. 2-inch guns. Embiggen. During the new update, the game froze and it won't open in the game at all, not even the loading menu. Has anyone found a fix for this? Baden, are you trying to use a mod or not? Is my first question, if you're coming up against that particular problem. When you say it doesn't load, did you just go to a blank grey blue screen? They're rocket propelled torpedoes. They just go. No, you have never run any mods, just a base game. I would go to Steam. I would right-click the game in your Steam library and verify the integrity of the game cache. I would also double-check that you are on the live branch and not the beta branch or something like that. If that doesn't work, there are some other things you can do. You can delete your... Although it shouldn't really stop the game loading. If that doesn't work, I would contact the developers directly. Jesus Christ. I really need to do something about light cruisers. Their hull needs to be heavier. Because these are just... Fucking hell. Yeah, sure, that's totally fine. I apologise again to anyone who runs across a rainbow class light cruiser when you're not prepared for it. Jesus. Yeah, the Imperial Japanese Navy would have loved to have cruisers like this in 1940. Yeah, Rainbow Road. Yeah, that is a nasty little thing. We could also be able to destroy 3. But, well, no, that's not really that interesting to be able to destroy 3, is it? There's nothing particularly cool. Although this does get cool towers. They don't fit. We'll skip it for now. Let's go to 1920. Because then we get the N3. And we get the Dreadnought 8. I actually think this might be heresy. But I actually think the Dreadnought 8 is better. It doesn't have as much resistance, to be fair. But it's slightly faster. It's not as fat. It's not as chunky, and it's cheaper. And it's a flush deck hull. I think I'm going to go Dreadnought 8. How big was the Canada? 40,000, right? Yep. Go Dreadnought 8. Dreadnought 8. 45,000 tons. 33 knots. Da, 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 da. Oh, same old towers. Where's the one with the flat back? Here we go. Wow. Again, with these towers being so big. So enormous. Maybe I do want to make the ship bigger. Because... yeah. Yeah. This is going to be very similar to the Canada, I think. In terms of its actual, like, layout. What guns do we have access to? 15 Mark II, still. Wait, what? No. What am I getting? Fucking hell. I might as well go all the way to 1926. Because if I go to 1926, get the same selection, including the new G3 battlecruiser, but on the Dreadnought 8, which is still like the top pick, you get the nice looking 15-inch Mark III. So yeah, let's just do that. 45,000 tons, 23 knots. Cool. No, not 3. You've just decided to start modding Ultimate Admiral because vanilla is kind of wonky. Welcome! Welcome to the fun that is modding Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It's not bad to mod, actually. It's all text files. Do do do. Do do do. Yeah, we'll go back to the 15-inch. Do do do. Wow. Quads. Sexy. Excuse me. Got distracted by the quad guns. I'm thinking... keeping the 2-inch spam, but having some slightly bigger guns up here. If they fit. Really? Even a 4-inch gun doesn't fit there. Fine. Fuck it. All the 2-inch guns. Build a Nelson. See, I like the Nelsons as actual ships in real life. But in the game, particularly if I'm building these for the AI, I am not going to give the AI an all-forward build. Unless it's like a Richelieu hull, where it's kind of... what are you supposed to do, apart from a all-forward design? Because the AI cannot use them. It doesn't know how to use an all-forward design. So if I put this gun here and moved all this back, right, like an Nelson layout, the AI will sail away and may be able to fire with its A turret, and then it can't fire with the rest of its guns, and it will sail away from you. It doesn't know how to use them. So, yeah, I love them, but yeah, they sadly not very good for the computer. Anyway, players, well, you can make great use of you can make great use of an all-forward design. Apply. There we go. Right. Armour. Wow, these again are really punchy. I think it's... yeah, 16-inch belt will have to do for now. I think 4-inch, 4.5 belt will be okay. Deck armour, though, is going up. Let's go to 6. No, 4.5 deck probably doesn't need to be that thick. And then guns. I mean, 20 inches would be pretty special. Means the guns are protected down to about 10,000 meters. Inner layers. We do have all or nothing. 2.5 to 1.5. 2.5 to... Not huge layers. Just a little bit of layering. We'll do the 2-inch guns. We are spot on, actually. Yeah, it's only got standard bulkheads and standard range, but the range is very high, actually. Can we swap range for bulkheads? Yes. With spacious. 13,000, 14,000 kilometers is fine. Alright, I know I haven't finished the ship pack, but I think that's going to have to be the last one for now. I will not be back tomorrow, but I might be back Thursday. Continuing with this. So, come back Thursday, same sort of time. I might start a bit earlier if I can. But yeah, I'm pleased with those builds so far. They seem pretty decent. / horrifying, depending on what you're sailing around in. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I'm going to save this design before I forget to. And yeah, let's see. What can you do? Check out all the French campaign if you haven't. Don't worry, I'll start with the G3 next time. It's our rule. Yes, we'll do the G3 next time. Yeah, check out the French campaign. Check out the Dreadnought Improvement Project if you haven't. Join the Discord, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys very soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.